Well, what a delight, gentlemen. Luke, thanks for inviting John and I. What have we been talking about? What are we up to?
Well, I think we're all innovators here in our own right, and we're looking at this former decommissioned high school as maybe another, let's say, a transition into spaces for learning.
Yeah.
And what creative ideas and how we can reimagine these spaces to do the things we think need to be done.
Yeah. But just take me back to a bit of the history of Incubator 13. It was originally...
Yeah, Incubator 13 was originally set up as a program under the Rideau Rockcliffe Community Resource Center back in 2018,
Okay.
2019.
Yeah.
Its origins are about supporting youth entrepreneurship. The idea at the time was there was a pent-up demand that youth didn't have supports and resources to start up a business, for example.
Yeah.
So the incubator was set up as a venture creation, also a skills training for future entrepreneurs. That was what I call version 1 of the
Yes.
incubator.
Okay.
And now we're transitioning what we refer to as a community innovation lab. What does that mean? Well, that means we're expanding our focus away or beyond just the narrow youth entrepreneurship training.
Yeah.
We're very interested in cultivating, we'll say, innovation at a community level.
Absolutely.
What does that mean? That means nurturing residents, community members with ideas that support or contribute to community well-being and community development. And those ideas could be very modest ideas, but how can we better support those folks who care about their communities and want to do something novel, something innovative, and give them the right supports at the right time? So basically some scaffolding to bring an idea to fruition.
Thanks, Luke. I'm going to edit this later, okay? Because I like to do it in sections. John, if you had a crystal ball, or if you had a magic wand, and you're projecting down a couple of years, what would you like to see here? What would it look like, feel like, smell like, be experienced like?
A very active center. I think I love this idea of moving from entrepreneurship to community innovation. So partly what this is not just individuals with an idea, but a community that knows, has a map of itself, has a map of its own resources, and has a catalytic center, facilitating center for allowing that trust to go throughout the community, so that people can reach out and say, oh, I've got an idea and you've got these resources and you're doing this. How do we work together? So for me, it's this activity space, an engagement space, a play space where the community comes to trust itself, to know itself, and to be able to feel free to use its own resources to, to sort of help each garden flourish in that sort of way.
Absolutely. Why is this so important? What drives this?
Well, I think a lot about just community well-being, Peter. I think, and it's a topic I think we don't think about. Why does it matter to have community well-being? Well, there's a lot of reasons for it. When people feeling more disengaged, dealing with social isolation, all these other issues, I think communities are well suited for a good life. And I just find it interesting that a former school can still serve a very important community purpose. Beyond its more traditional role around education is what could it be reimagined for? You think of the unique spaces in this building, the theater room, the drama room, the gym.
Yeah.
These can all be creatively reimagined for community activities, and projects and programs. And I'm seeing that in real time here. This is what I find fascinating, because the former school now is home for 25 not-for-profit organizations.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That well, Peter. You can see the diversity of organizations and populations served here, from Indigenous people to seniors to newcomers, This one makes the fabric of community.
It is. The beautiful thing is that, as you say, the makings of it are already here.
Yes.
The diverse range of people who you interact with when you're going around this building. Well, listen, thanks for this. This is the first of many, and it's going to be fascinating to see where we take it.
Can I just say one more thing?
I think you're going to anyway, John.
I can't help myself.
John and I have a fast. Well, I think I'm hidden off the camera. Probably the best thing. Go on.
Things, you know, life is moving fast.
Yeah.
Technology is moving fast. All of these things, and that's anxiety inducing. For us as a society to embrace opportunity,
Yeah.
we have to have conditions that alleviate our fear. And so when we create a well community, we give ourselves courage to face this ongoing, you know, the inevitable acceleration of change. And so I think it's not just innovation, it's the creating the conditions of not fearing the new, right?
Yeah.
Not being displaced out of the new.
Absolutely.
But I'm a participant in this, you know, and that gives me a sense of control and a sense of trust with others, you know, and thus change, it brings out the positive rather than the fear. And I think that's, if we're going to level up democracy, we have to create conditions in the local community where we don't fear change.
Well spoken. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Okay. So I was off.